many people have helped us over the years. One who I look forward to every year, who I consider a friend, and I'm always amazed at how he comes through for us, despite the fact that he's probably one of the busiest actors in the world, is our friend Hugh Jackman, and he joins us from wherever Hugh is joining us. Hello, Hugh.
Hey, I'm in New York City.
New York City.
Wish I was there in Detroit with you, man. I say it every year, but I do wish that.
We wish that as well. Thank you so much. It's great
No
to talk to you, and I haven't had a chance to congratulate you. I saw you over the summer just before, or the spring, just before Deadpool Wolverine came out.
Yeah.
And then it came out, and basically all I did was watch as the numbers kept going higher and higher and higher. And is it like one of the biggest box office movies in the history of the world?
I go with Universe in Universe.
Okay.
In universe. But certainly of the bluer variety, for sure. The R-rated world. But isn't it good to see little independent movies, just going?
It sure is, because when the auteurs take a chance like that and the audience respond, it's really, it warms the heart. It warms the heart.
But it was a joy from beginning to end, and the whole thing has been an incredible story. So yeah, it's been great. Thanks.
What
man.
does that like Jeff Daniels on a little earlier, and he said there's an expression in the acting world: you do one for them and one for you. Like one for the industry and one that you want to make. What does being in a film like that, financial successful that it has, as well as a good film, what does that do for you in terms of like your future opportunities and the choices you can make?
Yeah. I've heard that from the moment I came into the film business. The people, okay, I'm doing that for the studio, and then I'm going to do one. I've never felt that. I'm going to be honest, Mitch.
Oh, really?
No, I haven't. I've played Wolverine 10 times, and every time I've loved it, and it's been a creative challenge for me. And this one actually was new to me. I rang Ryan. I said, man, I really, really want to do it. And so I guess I'm in a very lucky position. I don't feel like I obviously financially I'm in a very lucky position, and everything I do I love, and I do because I see some merit in it, and I love the variety. So I love playing Wolverine. And then I've just finished a film yesterday called Song Sung Blue, based on a true story where I play a Neil Diamond impersonator, and it's something completely different. Next year I'm on Radio City stage. I feel, maybe it's too selfish, but I feel it's all for me, and it's all stuff that I love.
Well, you do a great job, and you are. If when people find out that I know you and they say, well, what's Hugh Jackman like? And, after saying that you're a good guy and all the things that friends say about friends, I also say he's often joyous, and I don't know a lot of people who are joyous, I know a lot of people who are whatever the opposite of joyous is, but you at least seem to appreciate the wonderful opportunities that you have, and you do throw yourself into them.
I do. I feel very, very lucky, and made meeting you and just being, I'm segueing onto you, but honestly being part of this, and I could say the same thing about you, because you're someone who seems very much, I've always been impressed how you have a real purpose, and you seem lit up by it all and all the things you do. And man, what a year you've been through, and everything you went on down there, and but you just still have a gratitude no matter how difficult the situation is.
Yeah. We had a chance to visit with you in New York, my wife and I, and it's like, well, what have you been doing? And we tell each other kind of the stories, And then Hugh says, so what have you guys been doing? I said, well, we were in Haiti, and we had to get airlifted out in the middle of the night. And I just can see your face, like your mouth kept dropping. I said, yeah. Then it was the middle of the night, and then we were afraid that they were going to shoot at us, and you're going, oh, mate, like, oh, that's I guess it was one of the.
But then I quickly pivoted to talk about me and my difficult set that I was on. How long the hours were. I didn't dwell too long on your story, man.
That's right. But enough about you and me. What do you think about me? Yes. I did hear about that Neil Diamond thing, which fascinated me. So you play a Neil Diamond impersonator who he and his wife went. This is based on an actual real story.
Yeah, it's a true story in Milwaukee in the mid sort of 90s, and my character Mike Sardina, his stage name is Lightning, and he meets Claire Stengel, who was a Patsy Cline impersonator, and together they put together this Neil Diamond tribute band, and it's this really amazing story. It's really a love story. You'll love it, Mitch, because it's a love story to tip jar musicians around the world. There's so countless numbers of brilliant musicians who just maybe don't quite get to the point where they're living in mansions and or maybe not even living off their music, but it's a real, they went on this ride. I don't even want to tell you the rest of the story because it's so unbelievable. And Kate Hudson plays the part. She's phenomenal. And Craig Brewer, who did Hustle and Flow. I don't know if you remember that movie from like 19 years ago. It was just a joy, and we shot it.
So did you have to learn to kind of sing like Neil Diamond?
Yeah.
Who I always thought Neil Diamond. My impression, John Pizzarelli is here, and I'm looking over at him, and I'm like, my impression of Neil Diamond was that he was exhaling as he sang, like sung, blow. Everybody knows one. So that's
actually pretty good, man. I like that.
Yeah. One of my many talents.
He's actually a great singer and a great writer.
See, no surprise.
Yeah, right.
It's like it's almost like a different kind of Bob Dylan.
My friend. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
I don't know. That's sounding a little Christopher Walken to me.
Yes. Well, speaking of music, you know, it wouldn't be an interview with you if we didn't prepare a song. I wrote the lyrics, and John Pizzarelli has the. And I thought, you're always so kind to us, and you're such a special friend. So you're the only guest all day long, and we've got a lot of them. But you get a medley. You get a Broadway medley of songs from South Pacific. 2 songs from South Pacific, rewritten for Hugh Jackman. And we're going to try this live, which is going to be a disaster, I'm sure. But
not at all.
All right, you ready, John?
Yes,
Here we
ready to go.
All right.
Some folks like Hugh Jackman.
Some like Ryan Reynolds.
We think Ryan Reynolds is pretty much a meh. But Jackman we know.
And Jackman we trust.
And Jackman
every year never fails to be helping us. Segway. Medley.
There is no one quite like you.
No one in the world. Think of all that he can do, and you'll know there's no one quite like you. He can sing and dance around,
can bench 300 pounds.
He crossed swords with Peter Pan.
He's got steel inside his hands.
He's a showman, he's a Logan Music Man. Showed he can flex. He's 56, and he's still got pecs.
Yeah,
it brought the crowd to its knees.
I was kind of hoping to see if you were going to rhyme. Yeah, I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm not that good.
Maybe, I don't know how many years this is. I don't know how many more years we're going to go, but I feel there's an album. There could be a tribute album here at some point. We could sell it, for like
the
5 cents a copy.
The best of Hugh.
It's going to be gangbusters.
Well, thank you for joining us as always.
My
Hugh.
pleasure. And man, I want to contribute 50,000 today to.
Oh my God!
To the cause.
Second verse. One more time. There is no one quite like you. No one in the world. Okay. Hugh, it's a pleasure to call you my friend, and Detroit loves you.
You are my friend. I love you, Mitch.
Thank you for helping us out.
Love to Janine and love to everyone in Detroit and to all the things you do and all those programs you support, to all the people who run those programs, who do all that work.
God bless you, man. How about it for Hugh Jackman?